Hello, I'm Kamal Vikramanayaka. This video is being recorded as part of the full stack web development with the Java course conducted at the IT Center of the University of Peradeniya. Earlier, I wanted to create a single video that illustrates the complete process of developing a web application from the scratch. However, later on I decided that instead of creating just a one video, which includes everything, I will create a set of videos where you will start with a small application, or rather with a small set of features, and then keep on adding to it, so that ultimately you will get the complete web application developed. Also, I would like to create two sets of videos. One set of videos will illustrate the development of a traditional web application, and the other set will illustrate the development of a web application that uses React JS front-end framework. And this one is actually about the traditional web application development. So this is the first one related to that, and in this video what I will demonstrate is how to get started with a Spring Boot application that uses a Thymeleaf template engine, and we will just look at how to create a template, or rather a layout. We will create a layout that can be used in a couple of web pages, a single layout that can be used in a couple of pages, so that a web application that we develop will have all the pages appearing, or all the pages will look alike. That's accomplished with a layout. So let's get started. To create a Spring Boot web application from the scratch, what I will do is that I will use the Spring Initializer website and get the initial project code generated, and then I will go about using some of the sample code that I have shared with the full stack course participants. And what you can do is that if you want to look at them, the sample code, you can visit open.ceit.pdn.ac.lk website and look at the full stack web development with the Java course page, and you will find the Git repository URL. And if you have installed Git client, you can just go about cloning it to a certain directory. In my case, I already have it cloned, so I will be copying the content from the Spring Boot sample applications that I have shared with you, with the course participants earlier. I will also need a new directory to create the new project, and I will put them here. You can decide where you place the new project content in your system. What we will do is we will create a traditional web application that uses Thymeleaf template engine, where users are allowed to post news items. Someone should be able to log into a web application and post news items, and anonymous users should be able to view the news items, read the news items posted without logging in. In this video, I will not focus on the login, logout aspects. Here, I just want to create a home page and demonstrate how a layout can be created, so that in subsequent videos we will go about adding features, so that ultimately we will get the news web application developed. So first let me go to the Spring Initializer website. Spring, it's pronounced or it's spelled in a slightly different manner. It's a start.spring.io. So let's select the project build tool to be Maven, language to be Java, Spring Boot version to be the current one, the latest one here, and the group com.example, I'll just leave it as it is, but typically what we do is we specify the group to be the domain name, a domain name, internet domain name associated with the organization for which we are developing the application. And then I will say this is news, because we are creating a news web application, and packaging would be a jar file that is needed, so I should be able to directly execute it. And configuration, you can either use the properties files or YAML files. Java version, I will select Java version 25. Dependencies, to get started with, we will add web, yes, Spring Web. So this is one dependency, and then we will also add dev tools. Right, so adding dev tools allows us to develop fast. It speeds up the development, where we don't have to rebuild the application manually. Adding Spring Boot dev tools will automatically build the application, automatically restart the application when we make modifications to our code. And if we change HTML files, etc., the browser can reload the page automatically as well, if you have installed a corresponding browser extension or a plugin. We will not focus on the web browser plugin side, but we are particularly interested in the auto restart facility when we make adjustments, when we make changes to the application. So I just added these two, and let me generate now. I'll open this, and I want to extract it to CEIT FS Kamal. Okay, this is good. Close. Right, let's see. Right, so the project content, the zip file, has been extracted to this location, and I should be able to open this in an IDE, an integrated development environment. I will be using Visual Studio Code. So I will start Visual Studio Code. At this point, I should mention that if you find it difficult to read the text, because the text is small, you should ideally watch this video in full screen mode, and ideally you should be using a desktop computer or a laptop rather than using a mobile phone, where the small text, you might find it difficult to read the small text if you watch this video from a mobile phone. So use a desktop computer or a laptop or else a tablet if you want to read the text easily, right? So I just opened the project in Visual Studio Code, and the src directory contains the resources directory and contains static and templates. So here what I want to do is that I want to place an HTML file and a cascading style sheet, and then I would also add a controller where the application home page will be displayed from the code available in the controller class. So first let me add an HTML file. An easier approach would be to search Google. Let me say an HTML5 file with a header, navbar, then content area with title, and footer with clean CSS, cascading style sheet. Let's see what Google will generate. Right, so it went about creating the CSS just inside the same file, just inside the index file. Well, that's fine. Perhaps we just copy and paste the content to a separate, or rather, why not the clean CSS file, external CSS file. Right, so we'll get the HTML file inside the templates. I'll create a new file called index.html, and let me paste. And then I want the CSS content. I copy everything, come here, and inside the static directory I will create a new folder called CSS, and then create a new file called style.css, and paste everything. Right. Okay, I just added the style sheet and the HTML file, and I want to say that if this is going to be included in a Spring Boot application, we want to say that the style sheet in the correct location, not in the same place. CSS style.css. Yeah, that should do. And now we need a controller. Right, so here's the news package, and I would like to create a new package, Java package called homepage. And inside the home page, I will create a new Java class called homepage controller. Right, and if you want this to act as a controller, you need to add the controller annotation, and then you would like to add a method which can be used to map the document root to the index.html file. So let me add a public string show home page. This should be capital S, and you can add the model as well if you want to pass data from this controller class to the index.html file. I will simply return index, and that will show this particular file, and I want this to be mapped to a get request. So let's say that the document root, if the document root is accessed, index.html file should be displayed. And I'm not adding any data to the model. If ever I had data, then I could have add them to the model and used inside the index.html file. Right now I am not adding anything. So this I think should work now. What we'll do is we'll get a new terminal. We can actually use the terminal from here, or else if you are familiar with a command prompt or a terminal that the operating system provides, you can run the command from here as well, run the commands from the terminal. So I will run this application. Since we are developing, we should be able to use mvnw, that is the Maven wrapper. You could have used mvn as well, but here Maven wrapper code is already available, so I will use it as it is. I will just use it. Spring boot run. The development server starts now, and the application got started on port number 8080. So let's go there, go to a web browser and access it. 8080. What might be the cause? Oh, I forgot. We forgot to add the Thymeleaf dependency. Well, let's do it now. So here I should have added the Thymeleaf dependency, because we depend on a Thymeleaf template engine. Thymeleaf. Okay, we do that. And instead of downloading the file, let's just exploit. So we are interested in looking at the pom.xml file, and dependencies section Right, so here we find the Thymeleaf dependency here, as well as another dependency related to testing Thymeleaf web applications. So we'll just copy this section, the Thymeleaf part, copy it, come to our pom.xml file. So we'll paste it here. So Thymeleaf, I would like to format the document so that it appears well, easy to read, and then we will add this as well, even though we are not using anything available there in that dependency. For testing, we go about adding that, and I will format the document again, and I will save it, and I want to refresh the IDE configuration so that it will detect, the IDE itself will detect the newly added dependencies. And here the project had got restarted. So let's come back. Well, still it doesn't work. Why is that? Well, I have done it properly, I guess. No static resource index. I wonder if I should stop this completely and restart. Let's see. Alright, now it worked. So adding the dependency to pom.xml file, even though we saw that the development server had got restarted, it didn't work properly. So I had to restart it. Anyway, so what we find here is that our web application contains a index.html file, and our controller class shows the index.html file. Well, this is not the ultimate way to go. What we are interested in doing is that a common layout like this we should be able to use in couple of web pages. And if you click on these links, right now we do not have any pages added. So we should go about specifying what these links are. The href attribute can be used to do that. For example, you can say this is contact, something like that. And now if you just reload and click there, you get an error page. The status is 404. This page appears because a file is not available. For contact, we haven't done any mapping in the application. Only for the home page we have added. Only for the document root we have added a mapping. However, error pages like this are not preferred to be displayed to normal web application users. So we would like to add a custom error page, and then also we want the same template to be same look and feel to be available across all the pages in the web application. So now let's go about doing those two, adding a custom error page, and then using a layout or creation of a layout, and using the layout in the home page. Right, how do we do that? The first one, adding a custom error page. What I'm interested in doing is that I will look at the sample code that I have shared through the Git repository, and this actually contains already working sample applications. So if you look at the templates directory in this 10 role based security, for example, here is a custom error page, error HTML. So if we open it in a text editor, you can see that you can go about making adjustments if you want. Right now the status is displayed, for example 404, and a message is displayed and the timestamp is displayed. What you display in an error page is up to you. Typically technical details are not preferred to be displayed to normal users. So I'll just copy this file content, and we need to be mindful about the directory. Inside the templates directory, we paste it there as error.html. Go back to our application. Inside the templates directory, I create a new file, error.html, and I save this file, and let's come back to our web browser, and let's try it now. I wonder whether I have to restart this. Okay. Yes, the custom error page appeared. Okay, then about using a layout. The sample code, if you look at, illustrates how that can be done in this 10 role-based security sample project. The templates directory has been added with a layout directory, and an HTML file has been added that acts as the layout, common layout that is used in other pages. For example, inside the home directory, you can use the common layout, and when you go about adding many other, for example, contact page, again you can go about using the layout that you add. So let's also create a layout directory inside the templates directory, and we will just copy this index.html file and paste it inside, and we'll just rename it as main. So this is going to act as the layout now. And then what we'll do is we'll look at how we have coded this main HTML file in the sample project. I will open it in a text editor, and let's go about making changes to this. So here doc type, the first line is there, and HTML. So we copy this part and we come here. We don't want this, and Spring Security is not required right now. Later on we will add the security related matters. So right now we will have this we will have Thymeleaf used. So we add the th prefix and specify the Thymeleaf schema name, and Here we are going to specify a Thymeleaf fragment, and it's called a layout, which will accept the title and the content, and we are interested in using the title and the content inside this file. So from a page like index.html, what we will do is we will go about passing the title and the content to the layout, so that the complete HTML page will get generated based on the layout and what we have coded in a file like index.html that uses the layout. Okay, so if ever the title and the content is passed, what we should do is we should go about using the title and the content inside this layout file. If you look at the sample project, you will find the technique. So here is the way that we can go about displaying the title. Right, we will use Thymeleaf text element, and the title that is passed will be used here. I will call this news app. This title will not be shown because you are using the Thymeleaf text attribute here. So this is what will get displayed. And also we are interested in showing the content. So how is that done? Look at this. In the place where the content should be displayed, we go about adding this part, th block. The content is here. And we would like to, let's say, display the title as well. Perhaps we copy this part and we will place it here. We delete this part, and let's say we want to display the title here, and we can go about copying this. Okay. What we have done now is, if ever this fragment is invoked by passing the title and the content, the title is displayed in this location as well as in this location, and the content will be shown here. Right, and we also would like to specify the href attributes using th-href instead of simply using href attribute. We would like to do it like this. We want to say inside the css directory, style.css is what we have used, style css, that is this, and we do not want href here. Right, we code it like that, and also any other link that we specify, th href at and then we code it like this. Why we do it is that our application right now is available here, but sometimes we make the application appear at a different context path. For example, my app, something like that. So if you specify a context path like that, the style sheet will be available in a different location, and the links will also be should also include my app at the beginning. So this context path, we can specify it in the application YAML file. Even though in this sample application we are not using it, if ever someone sets the context path there, having thref attribute used will make sure that Thymeleaf automatically adds the context path. Also, there are other advantages. For example, for session tracking, if the session ID needs to be added to the links on a page, Thymeleaf will automatically do it. So such advantages also exist, but the primary reason that we specify thref instead of simply href is that to get the context path automatically added. Right, so we have done that, and so this should still work. If you are not sure, you should stop it and try it again. Let's try it again. Oh, well, it's not complete. What I did was I came up with the layout page, main layout page, but I did not modify the index.html file. Right now it is just the same old index.html file that is being shown. So what I want to do is I want to edit the index.html file and mention that the layout file should be used. So how is that done? In our sample application in the Git repository, here's index.html file. Let's open it in a text editor, and here is how the title is set and the content is set. So let's open our index.html file. We don't want the navigation bar. The header is also not needed. And let's just save. If you come back, see the navigation bar, etc. disappeared. And the footer is not needed because they are available in the common layout. Right, we'll remove the title part as well, and then we will go about using this. So Spring security part is not needed, and this is being replaced now. Do we need the head section? Even that has been removed. So sorry, we'll delete that part as well. And the body part contains the main section, and well, we should make some adjustments to the layout page properly. Okay, main content area, and whatever the content here, whatever the content set in the client page will appear here, appear inside in the main layout in this particular location. Right. So what we are doing here is that perhaps I should make some modifications. This title, I'll just remove the main part here, and okay. Right. What happens now is that look at the client page, that is index.html file. It uses the layout fragment defined in the layout main HTML file. Layout main h.html file defines the layout fragment. See, it defines the layout fragment, and the title is set and the content is set. The title is specified within a single quotes here. So welcome should appear as the title in this place as well as here, and the content, it is being mentioned in a slightly different manner, not within a single quotes. We want this entire section to appear in this location of the template. So we want this part to get replaced with this main element content. So to refer to the entire main element content, we reference it in a slightly different manner here. Right. So this should work, I guess. Let's go back and reload. Yes, it worked. This is the place where the title is displayed as well as the title bar here. We are using the same value there as well as here. I would have modified this in a slightly different manner, where the title in the body section should ideally appear just above this part. But that's okay. We can make those modifications later on. But here what we have done is, we no longer need this. What we have done is, we have created a layout page, a common layout page, and then we have a single client page that uses the layout, and we specify the title and the content that will be used to replace the specific sections that are defined in the layout file. The title will get displayed in this place as well as in this place, and the content, we just add the whole content that is passed from the client pages into this location of the template or the layout, so that the complete web page gets generated. Okay, so you just saw how a Spring Boot application can be developed that uses Thymeleaf template engine in such a way that where it's possible to specify a layout and use that layout in a number of client pages, so that you get the same look and feel when you visit different pages of the web application. Right now we have done that part, but in subsequent videos we will look at how a form can be submitted and processed, and also in another video how a database can be used to save the form submitted data and also retrieve the data and display. And then we will also look at how security can be added, so that someone has to log in and do certain operations. Someone might require to log in, and also we will look at to towards the end how Tailwind CSS can be used instead of traditional CSS files. We'll explore how form submissions can be handled in the next video. Thank you.